you've seen, the company that we have. There's no denying the strength of PM International. And we know that we have a strong brand, the FitLine brand, both nutrition and skin, are making an impact, a health impact in the marketplace. We just need more people talking about it. And now you've seen the success that people are having, both on retailing the product and advancing through the compensation plan. So my question to you is, where do you see yourself? Do you have dreams? Do you have goals? And all I would say is your goals without dreams is just a wish. Another thing I like to say is that not having goals in your life is like driving your car at night with the headlights off. You have no idea where you're going, and you're most likely going to hit something, and you're never going to reach your destination. This is a mindset business. And I know Gordon has mentioned this next level training that's going to focus on, the mindset, because if your mindset is right, this business is not that hard. But if your mindset is not in the right place, this business can be very difficult. And it starts with your why. And I know some of you have heard me talk about my why and how I was, raised on a dairy farm. And when I got my first job outside that dairy farm, I was determined to work very hard. Now, that dairy farming is noble work. And for some people, that's what they love to do, but it wasn't for me. So anytime when I was working during my career, and maybe times were a little difficult, or I had those downward spirals, I would always reflect back on my why, that I did not want to go back to that dairy farm. And I would dig in and work a little bit harder in order that I could get to where I wanted to be in life. So do you have a plan? Do you have a plan for your life? Where do you see yourself a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now? Well, if you don't have a plan, I can pretty much tell you where you're going to be. Just take a look around. That's what your life is going to look like a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. So again, this business can be the vehicle that can take you wherever you want to go. All right. And it's all about having, again, the right mindset, and then taking advantage of the DMO that we have in place for you. And that's Use, Talk, Demo. Use the products consistently. The products that you use will be the products that you sell. Talk to others about your results and the results of others. You get paid to talk to people. Okay. Talking to people is a revenue driving priority. And, there's always lots of questions why people aren't successful in life. My view on that is very simple. People get distracted by low priority tasks, and low priority tasks will come at you like waves on the ocean. And if you don't figure out a way to combat that, those low priority tasks will steal your success in life. And just know that talking to people is a revenue driving priority. And I'm going to take you back to Ava's Pradecki's testimonial. She's an executive vice president, one of the leaders in the Chicago market. Somebody had the courage, if you will, at a restaurant to ask her to try Activise. And as a result, they now have an executive vice president on their team. So now if I told you you had to talk to 100 people to find the next Ava Pradecki, I'm sure you would go through that 100 people pretty quick. So again, you get paid to talk to people. That's your revenue driving priority, and it can take you to wherever you want to go. You will eventually find success if you're consistently talking to people. And then the demo aspect of it. Again, I've talked to several leaders since I've joined the team in my short tenure here, that it was a glass of Activise that jump-started them in this business. So you want to be doing demos every day, because sooner or later, someone is going to feel the energy and the focus that this product creates. And then they're going to be off to the races too. So again, use your demo bag. It's your daily companion. I usually hold mine up right here at this stage, but I actually gave mine to my wife. She's in Florida right now in a tennis tournament, and I filled my demo bag up with sachets, because I'm hoping she's going to bring back quite a few customers from all of her tennis partners. And I know she has discovered Activise and the benefit it has for her on the tennis courts. So that's one product I know they'll all be on after this weekend. So again, if you have your demo bag with you, your store is open. If you don't, your store is closed. Very simple. All right. And then for the tools, you want to go to the App Store, if you haven't already, and download the PM app. Keep your business right at your side, in your pocket, in your purse. And also download the Fitline app and you have access to testimonials and before and after pics. And if you don't have your testimonial, you can use this to shape your own. You can share other people's testimonials with it. So again, these two apps are a must. And then of course, download the PMTV app as well, where we're going to be uploading exclusive content based on your rank. You can see live streaming events on this app. And also take advantage of the videos and expand your knowledge base really quick through this app. Basically anything and everything you can find on the PMTV app. So you definitely want to get that. And then of course, your promotional portal that's in your back office. This is where our marketing team is sharing assets for you to market and promote your business. You'll find your social media assets here. You'll find flyers, brochures, videos, a lot of things that you can use to promote your business. So go to your back office, check out the promotional portal. And then we have PM Direct Cash, which is fun, simple, and instant. You know, with this feature, you'll receive your money instantly with every online customer order placed. The benefits, you get instant retail income. There's no financial risk. Basically, we're covering off the risk here because we're shipping direct. There's no inventory. You don't have to carry inventory here. We're doing the heavy lifting. No own delivery to customers. Again, we're shipping direct. Gives you more time to focus on revenue driving priorities, which is talking to more people, which allows you higher net earnings. So you're going to want to take advantage of this in 3 simple steps. Step 1, sign up for PM Direct Cash in your back office. Step 2, you place an order together with your customer online in your PM web shop. And then step 3, you will receive your retail income instantly on your MyPM e-wallet, and then you can redirect that to either your bank account or your PayPal account, whatever you have set up. Okay, so with that, those are the tools that that you have at your disposal. Hopefully you're taking advantage of those, and I would encourage you, if not, to please do so as soon as possible, because we do everything that we can here at PM to simplify this business for you, again, to do that heavy lifting for you, so that really all you have to do is focus on those revenue driving priorities of talking and sharing the Fitline brand and our PM business model with as many people as possible. So with that, I'm going to invite back Tonette Bloom, who's going to share with you how to make your first 30 days an event and how to take advantage of that. So Tonette, back to you.
Thank you so much, Randy. That was wonderful segments. And I do have my demo bag with me at all times. I think you're right. We have to be able to open our stores. Gosh, that was such great segment, all of what you talked about. But I know that on this call right now, we have several brand new team partners that are just getting started in the business. And that's why the first 30 days really is what can set the trend for your business. I mean, you've heard from a lot of the leaders today on some how-tos. Hopefully you did your due diligence in taking notes for that. That's important, so that way you can immediately start planning your next step. I think it was great, all of the different segments that we have. So talking about the first 30 days, what's the first step? Okay. First step is to use your product. Why would I? That would be right, of course, because that's why probably most of you got started with PM was because of the product. But what the product does is using the product and making sure that it's part of your daily routine. There's a couple of reasons why. Number one, you'll start really feeling the results. You know, some people feel it after the first. Sometimes it takes 30 days, sometimes it takes 3 months. It just depends on your body. But undoubtedly, if you're consistently using the product every day, you'll become familiar with it, and it will help to ignite your testimony, which is step 2. Your testimony is important. And I think that it was great how Karen talked about her testimony and how she has her team working and creating their 30-second testimony. When you're talking about creating a testimony from your own products, it should be no more than 60 seconds. And a lot of times people say, well, Tony, I'm new. I don't know, what should I talk about it? So this is a way that you can find a quick way. The first thing you do is you usually talk about your background, something about who you are. So if I'm talking and creating my testimony, I probably would say I'm a mom of 5 girls, and I'm a grandma, right? And so that's the first part. That's what I love the most, right? My kids, right? So I would start with that. Then the next thing you want to do is the problem. Well, my grandson, he's 1.5, and he's walking, has so much energy that sometimes I felt myself getting tired about trying to be able to keep up with him. The next one is the solution. So what's the solution? I started using Active Eyes. Oh my gosh. And we were running together. It felt so good to be able to keep up with my grandson as he's running around. So that's why even when you have a problem, it doesn't have to be a sad problem. It could be just like something like that. But the solution undoubtedly goes back to our FitLine product. Then the last of those steps is emotions. Whatever emotions that you want to have as to how you feel about using the product. That's so simple. If you just remember those 4 steps, that will help you to create the testimony. And even if you don't have testimonies because you're brand new, what happens is on our FitLine app are tons of testimonies. So even if you're sitting with someone, if you download that app, you can swipe and be able to see the testimonies from people around the world. You can even put your testimony on there. There's a way for you to do that. So that's a great tool to help you when you're first starting out. Then the next thing that comes with that is, in terms of the customer experience, I think I was already kind of going on that, is that on the app, you can see all kinds of customers experience relating to whoever it is. I think one of the speakers was talking previous about how if you have someone who's an athlete, there's experience on there. For those that are stay-at-mom, those are corporate people. I mean, whatever the experiences are, we have them on the app and you can utilize it that way, okay? The other part of that is the next thing is the share function. The share basket is so wonderful because a lot of times people won't remember all of the things that you have talked to them about. So that share basket actually is a tool that you can be able to use. So once you're logged in, that's how you can use the share basket. Better yet, let me show you in this video.
Okay, I'm very happy to hear that you've decided to become a team partner. This is amazing. So now we will go to the important part where we will register you as a team partner. All right, so I will just go to the registration page and I will fill in all the necessary information. I will also pick the product that we've just discussed for you. All right. And now I'm putting in all your information that you've just shared with me. Okay, and then I go to the next step. All right, so now that it's all done, you should receive a link via email to finalize your registration.
Oh yeah, thanks, Gala. I just received it now.
All right, that's great. So just quickly check all the details again and confirm the registration. All right, now you can choose a new password to access your PM office. And when you go down, all right, then at the end, yes, congratulations. So by processing the order, you are now a team partner. Okay, great. It's already done. Thank you so much. And I really, really look forward to working together with you. All right, have a great day and have an amazing weekend.
function that is available. It's a great way for you to even share when you're registering a new person. So that, sometimes I know that people have often said, oh, I don't want to give my personal information. This is a great way for you to be able to do that and give them a chance to be able to finish and complete that task for themselves. So I encourage all of you to use that share function. And as I mentioned before, this is Marta from Italy. And what she said is, I started immediately to share the basket with my existing and potential customers. And within a month, she shared 78 basket links, which really created, get this, 37 orders, 47% of success with her business. That gave her a personal volume of $2,509.50. That's huge. And that goes back to utilizing the tools and supports that we have. So now let's go back to our steps. This is now the fourth step. What is the fourth step? The fourth step is really making a list. And this is something that I've seen for years in our business about how important it is, because if you make a list, sometimes it'll help you to avoid missing some people. But not only on the list, you also want to put the reason why you put them on the list. That will be great, because that'll help you when you reach out to them to share your testimony. Really talking with people is what we get paid for. That's what I remember my colleague Randy talked about. What do we get paid for? We get paid for talking to people. So if you want the results that we've talked about, you can't really do it without talking, right? Communicating, sharing it. And then the fortune is in the follow-up. Eva was talking about that when she came to Florida and she followed up with the people that she met. She was just talking to her Uber driver. And as a result, that follow-up has now netted into a person on her team. So you can see follow-up is important. And when you're looking at follow-up, what is the typical span? We're talking about the first day where you follow up with them to set the appointment. The third day, you want to hear, especially if you've given them one of the samples for them to try the product, the follow-up comes for you to be able to, for them to be able to see the results, tell you about the results. Sometimes you'll find that people may not have used the product. That's why that follow-up is so important. Day 7, you want to hear the results, because of course they've done that. And day 14, it's now time for you to start thinking about who else do they know to follow up. They probably know people within their network. That's why you can then pose the business opportunity to them. Then day 21, what happens is now we're getting close to that time for them to either place another order or be able to follow up and see how they're doing with the contents. Then day 26, guess what? We are now ready for that next phase. So whether it is a customer or a team partner, no matter what, follow-up is important. And this becomes a compensation, this becomes a conversation piece for all of us. That is this, the L. We cannot go out without showing our L. That brand recognition is so important. As a matter of fact, when it comes to social media, make sure you're showing your L. I know that there's several people on the line that do that. If you haven't done that, post a picture, tag us on it about the L. Let's do this today. Everyone take a picture and post an L and tag us. Tag PM International on there so that way people around the world can be able to see our product. Then the other part that's important for all of us is staying connected. Our focus this year is to become better communicators. We want to be able to become better communicators. So we have actually set up 2 different WhatsApp groups for you to be a part of it. The first one I want to show is for Canada. And Canada, if you've not been a part of that group, I want to encourage you to take your phone out, go ahead and scan it so you can be a part of the WhatsApp group. That's where we do a lot of our communications about this meeting, about that meeting. That is a great tool for you to use. So if you've not been a part of it. If you're not elected yet, go ahead, scan it so you can be able to get up-to-date information about what's going on. Staying connected is important in the US, and there we go in Canada, and now also in terms of the US, there you go. That is another great thing for you to be able to stay connected. As the leaders were talking about earlier, getting involved is so important to how you stay active in your business. Being a part of this business academy is part of it. Going to Europe for the 30th is part of it. All of it goes together. So staying connected, there's the QR code for you to be able to do that for the US community group. So I'm giving you a second to scan that. Gordon mentioned our next online business academy that's coming up on the 20th. Mark your calendar. That's going to be a special day because not only will we have our online business academy, but I know Gordon will be in Canada for the training of taking your business to the next level. So you'll be seeing registration for that. But that's one of the reasons why it's important for you to make sure you're in those groups. Now, I'm going to ask my partner to come back on the line, Randy, to come back on the line to tell for us together to talk about this historical event that is coming up in June. I can't believe we're a little over a month away. Randy, are you on the line?
I am here, Tonette. Yes.
Right.
The 30th anniversary World Congress is right around the corner, and it will be here before you know it. You know, you've heard us mention numerous times on this webinar the importance of talking to people. That's what you get paid for. Well, the second most important thing is attending events, especially events like this one that is going to be historic. The biggest event in the history of PM International. And I tell you, being an event manager most of my network marketing career, I can't wait to be in an arena with over 16,000 people because I've never seen that before. Personally, only on video. So I can't wait, you know, because this is, I think Karen said it best, you know, when she went to an event and it changed her mindset of what this business can do. Because if you recognize that these type of events are an investment instead of an expense, it can change your mindset when you see so many lives being impacted for the better. And then that makes you come back with a new mindset and it makes you almost unstoppable. And that's why it's so important to attend an event like this, because you see dreams coming true all over the globe, and that's exciting.
You know, Randy, I remember my very first, the first time I went to the 25th anniversary. When you talk about the perspective and the belief of being in a room with like-minded people who all understand how powerful our product is, and understanding Rolf Sort's story and how it has evolved, and the fact that it's been 30 years later, and here we are today. If you've not gotten your ticket for this, stop waiting. Don't think about it. Come join us. We actually, Randy and I, we've already booked our flight. I know Gordon did as well. So we'll be over there with you all along the way. But I think it's important for you to see exactly what's going to happen. But don't leave, because I have one more thing I want to talk to you guys about. We want to talk to you about before we close out today. But I think it's important for you to see this video.